Hey guys, today I'm filming my second update for my Project 10 Pan Winter Edition. Today is February 2nd. This video is going to be going up a good bit later than I'm filming it. I'm trying very hard to get caught up on my videos and I'm getting there. So even though these videos are being posted late, I wanted to let you know that I am filming them during the right time, so I'm accurately tracking a month's worth of progress. So I know that actually I haven't even yet posted my first update. I'm going to be posting that one tomorrow, and I'm filming the second update today. So that's how far behind I am. I apologize for that, but I am tracking the progress accurately. But jumping right in to the items, I have been able to hit my goal on 5 products over this past month, which I think is amazing. I have been very successful with this project so far, which I think is awesome, and I still have a month to go. So I think we are starting off the year strong, and I'm super excited about it. I have a note in my phone of other items I think I want to pan throughout the year, and I already have some really great products set for spring, summer, and fall. They can all change, of course, but it's just really fun to think about using things up. So anyway, we'll get into the items that I finished. The first thing you guys probably are not surprised about, this is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This is where I was at the intro, and this is where I was last month, so I only had a little bit of product left to use up. This is a really good primer. So this is a really nice glowy primer, but it sets down. This isn't one of those glowy primers that's also moisturizing. It really just gives a glow. So I was lucky enough to get a little mini of the Physicians Formula Spotlight highlighter, which is supposed to be a dupe of this one. I put this one on one side and I put the Physicians Formula on the other side. You guys, there is no comparison. The Physicians Formula one looked and felt so greasy and disgusting, like just the primer on its own, and then putting foundation over top, I already felt like I was greasy to begin with. It was gross. I do not think it is a dupe whatsoever. I do not recommend that one at all, but I really like this. It does give a beautiful glow, but I don't think it makes me too oily, and this is something that I've contemplated personally before, but I always felt like it was so silly because it probably is not the best primer for me ever because I've got oily skin, but I do like it for some reason. So I think what I've decided is that if this shows up as one of the beauty steals during either the spring or fall, also 21 Days of Beauty, I will purchase it. Otherwise, I'm not gonna buy it. And I feel pretty good about that. I mean, this has been on sale for the past couple years, but who knows? Maybe this year Becca will sell something else for that 21 Days of Beauty, but I don't know. I'm going to cross my fingers that I will be able to pick it up for a good price. I do think it's a really good one. I've tried the First Light Priming Filter and I don't see anything with that one on my skin, but this one I think is really good. So then I actually also finished the other primer I put in this project. This one only took me like a week. So the rest of the time I was using the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance primer in the shade Radiant Pink. So it did have a light pink tint, but when you rubbed it into your skin, it went on clear. But let me tell you, the tinted versions don't do anything for your skin. Like I said, they're really clear. Like, no, they're going to have a little bit of a colored shimmer, but it's not going to be any kind of a color correcting product. So I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that. This is a pretty hydrating primer, and it gives a nice slip to the skin, but for me, doesn't do much. I think it could be good for someone that has more normal or dry skin, but for me, not interested. But I did choose to cut it open so I could get out every little bit of product. So I feel good that I was able to finish up 3 deluxe size primers within 2 months, which is kind of crazy. But these kind of primers I go through much more quickly than I do a pore filling primer, because you only need a small amount, and mattifying primers, especially the ones that are like thick and gluey, you just can't put them all over, you can't use as much. So that's why I've been going through these a little bit more quickly. I would not buy the MAC one. I think that the Becca is much better. So then I was able to hit pan on a few eyeshadows as well. The first eyeshadow I hit pan on was Urban Decay Strange from a Naked 3 palette. I am using this to set the primer in my crease. It's working really well. It's a very light cream color with a pinky undertone. Very pretty good formula. I wouldn't buy it individually, but I am happy I hit pan on this. I'm going to continue using it for the rest of the project, so we will see how I am able to expand this pan. And the other eyeshadow took forever to hit pan. I didn't know if it was ever going to happen, but it did a few days ago, and I'm not even sure if you guys can see it. It is the tiniest little pinprick of pan. Yeah, there you go. You can see it right there. I could not believe, I was like, wait, is that pan that I'm seeing? And it definitely is. So I have been using this as my crease color. It's Urban Decay Tease, if I didn't say so. I have it in a single, but it's also in the Naked 3 palette. I've really been enjoying this shade, but I am super happy I hit pan on this one. But again, I'm going to continue using this and all of my other eyeshadows throughout the rest of the project, but I feel really happy with that. The last item I hit my goal on, I actually finished this yesterday. This is the NARS Velvet Lip Glide in the shade Bound. So at my last update, I had already taken out the stopper. I took out the stopper after like 2 weeks because I don't know if it's because it's square or because it's mini or both. The stopper just took off way too much product, but you can see it's completely cleared out. I did put a Q-tip in there for the last application because even with the stopper out, I wasn't able to reach down to the very bottom of the container. This is the most beautiful mauve pink color, and I really love this formula. So it is like a medium to full opacity, but it doesn't feel as heavy and thick as the Anastasia glosses. It's so creamy, very hydrating. It's super easy to apply. I don't feel like it bleeds everywhere, but it's also not the most long lasting. This is something that I actually think I would repurchase, and I would like to try out other shades. It is such an easy wearing lip product. I have so many lip products that I love, but I only tend to wear in videos because they're a little bit more high maintenance. But this is something that looks beautiful and it's comfortable, and I can wear it every day. So I will repurchase this in the future, and I do want to check out some more shades. So now I'm going to show you the progress on all the items that I'm working on, and I will also show you the eyeshadows I hit pan on last month just so you can see a little progress update. So the first item is something new I'm going to be adding in. Another primer, why not? This is the CoverFx Illuminating Primer. I've used this one up in the past, but I did recently just get a little mini of this, I think in a Sephora play. So while it is the season and the time for glowy primers for me, I figured I will see if I can use this up in a month. I used it for the first time today. If I use this every single day, I think it is possible. If not, that's okay. I've used up so many primers in this project already, but that is what I will be working on. Then we have my foundation. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade 1W1 Bone, which, as I mentioned, is too dark for me. So here's where I was at the intro. First update, and here's where I am now. So pretty consistent progress. I do think that I can finish this up if I use it every single day, which again should not be a problem. And I am very happy with this foundation. I love it very much. I will repurchase it in the future, but I have other things I need to get through first. But very happy with this progress. So as I mentioned, the Estee Lauder foundation is too dark for me, and in my last update I had used up my mixer, which was a deluxe size sample of the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus foundation, and I wasn't quite sure what I was going to use as my current mixer, but I did figure it out like the next day, and I've been using it for the entire month, so I thought I would show it to you guys. And that would be the Hard Candy Glamoflague Mix In Pigment Drops in the shade Fair 1. This is in my makeup use up for 2019. And I did just shake it up earlier, which was so dumb because now you cannot see where I'm at, but I know where I am. So this is where I was when I put it in the makeup use up intro. I hadn't used it any time since then. So basically we can say that this is where I was at last update. And I am actually all the way down to the black line. You go through this really quickly, and I guess it's because it's such a small bottle that like it looks like you're going through it so fast because it's, you know, it's not as big as something like this. You're only getting half a fluid ounce in here, but I've been going through it very, very quickly, and this formula mixes really well with this one. I think I had mentioned in my last update that I wasn't sure because this was so thin they would mix well together, but they really do, and I do like the shade. It's what I'm wearing on my face today, so I definitely will have this finished off by the finale, which is amazing. Again, to have a couple different foundation products used up, it's so exciting how I'm working through my complexion products because I do actually have quite a few of those. Moving on to the concealer in the project, it is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the Brightener shade, which is their pinky tone concealer. So here's where I was at the intro. This was where, so here's where I was at the intro, my last update, and this is where I am now. So I used up a little bit more than I did last month, and I have just a little bit of product left. So this will definitely be finished off by the finale. I'm not worried about it. And I could have gone through this quicker if I was clicking it up more. Some people click this like every single time they use it. For me, I don't have to twist it up except every other time, maybe every 3 times I use it, because if you just press the sponge to your face, you're gonna get product on there. It just holds so much. So I am enjoying this. I did film a chit chat get ready with me using these products. I'll have it linked up in the cards. You can see that I do mix this with another concealer to get the right shade for me, but I do love that formula, and it will definitely be finished off by next month. Then last month I did add in 2 face powders that I'll be using in combination. The first was the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation. Last month I didn't have any pan. Now you can see I actually have a lot of pan, which is awesome. This is the shade Ivory, and since I've shown you where I'm at, I'm going to repress it to make it easier to use. This will definitely be finished off by the finale. I'm not worried about that. I go through with these powders pretty quickly. I love the formula and the coverage and the color, but you just don't get that much in here. However, I'm a little nervous about this next powder. It is the NYX hashtag No Filter in the shade number 2 Porcelain, and I have worn down the dome a good bit, especially right up here. It's still domed down here, but not here. I've evened it out pretty good, but I'm nervous I won't finish it completely. Again, because it's a baked product and I don't have that much experience using up-baked products, I don't know how long it will take, but if I don't finish it, that's okay. I'll roll it over into my next project, but I'm happy with the progress that I'm making. This does have a pretty nice formula. It just doesn't keep me as matte as I would love. Then we have the one item I'm truly nervous about not hitting my goal on, and I honestly don't see it happening. So this was that little baby sample of the Balm Cabana Boy Blush. I repressed it into this Pixie Compact. I mean, I've hit pan on it and everything, but my goal was to use it up completely. I've been using this almost every single day, but it is so pigmented and I have such fair skin that I can't even use that much because it looks absolutely insane. So I can already guarantee I'm not gonna finish this, but I'm still gonna continue using this every single day to see how much I can get used up, but I'm a little disappointed by that. So then we've got some eye products. This is something that I didn't really plan on finishing. I just wanted to track my progress on. This is the Maybelline Shadow Stick Extra in Autumn Shimmer. I have been using this since the beginning of the project, but I didn't start tracking it until last month. So this is what the color looks like. It's like a taupey rose color. It's very pretty. So I was right here at my last update, and here's where I am now. So not a ton used up, but you are able to see some progress, which is good because this is not an overly creamy shadow stick. Mine is pretty dry and it's not that old. So I don't know if it's just the formula in general or if it's just the one that I have is a little on the dry side, but that's all that we have left. So again, if I don't finish it, that's fine, but I want to see how much I'm actually getting through. And then we have my pressed powder shadows, which I've already hit pan on, but I just want to show you guys the progress on them. This is Extra Creamy from the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette I'm using to set the primer under my brow. This is Urban Decay Single in YDK. I have definitely expanded the pan on this one. I'm wearing this as my lid shade over top of that Mally base. This is NYX Coquette, which I'm using as my transition color. I believe I have expanded the pan a little bit on this one. And then I have Makeup Geek Cupcake, and I believe I've expanded the pan a little bit on this one as well, but I've been using all of them all together. So this past month at work has been especially stressful. There have been days where I'm wearing no makeup, or there's days where I'm only wearing face makeup and brows and I haven't done my shadow, so I might not have as much progress as I would normally, but I've already hit my goal on all of them, so I feel okay about that. And then the last item I will be working on is the Lorac Alter Ego Lip Gloss in the shade Goddess, which is this beautiful pinky purple color, and this is super tiny. Oh my gosh, this is freaking me out. A 0.02 ounce gloss. The NARS one is a 0.07, so you get 3 times the amount of gloss in this one as you do in this one. So I do think it is possible that I can finish this up in a month, and I really do like this formula as well, and it is a pretty color, so I think I shouldn't have any trouble reapplying this one. So it'll be awesome if I can finish this by the finale as well. So I am really excited with the progress that I've made. I think I'll be able to hit my goal on a lot more products next month. The only thing that I'm nervous about is I might not completely finish up this powder, but that's okay. I finished the other powders I have in this project, and I am not going to finish up this blush. I know that, but again, that's okay. I have hit my goal on quite a few products, which I'm super excited about. So I would love to know your all's thoughts if you've tested out these products in the comments down below. I would love to know if you guys are doing any projects right now on YouTube, on Instagram, or just doing them in your personal life. I would love to know about them, check them out. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.